Well, let's go back a little bit. Last fight, it's been a while, like 10 months or so. I wonder how that one still sits with you. Such a close fight. I mean, have you gone back and watched it? How often do you think about it? Just tell me about kind of the last fight and how it sits with you.
Honestly, I've only watched it once or twice maybe since the fight, and that was like right when it happened, so 10 months ago. You know, it sucks. It's your first loss, especially since I'd beaten her previously. So I think we'll have that rubber match one day, and I think it'd be another fun fight. I just think I needed to push a little bit more in the fight, and I didn't do enough, and she came out the victor, but a third match would be fun with her.
Very nice. When you did watch it that once or twice, did you score it? How did you have it?
It was pretty close. I think if I would have stopped for one or two takedowns, maybe then it would have been a little different. But she fought me a lot differently than she's fought other girls. Normally she's very aggressive, and she was on the outskirts making me come after her, and that threw me off a lot. So, you know, it is what it is. She had a good game plan, and it worked.
You mentioned it being your first professional loss. I mean, we hear sometimes people say those are the best ones because that's when you learn. You don't have to worry about your undefeated record anymore. Are you okay with all that? Do you buy into that, or would you rather had the win?
I'd rather have had the win because, you know, a big opportunity could have come from that. After that fight, it was a big fight to win for her. But, you know, things happen, and 10 months later, I'm ready to get back in there. It's been an unfortunate 10 months. You know, I've been ready to go, but we just hadn't been able to book a fight for me. So we're back now, and I'm just ready to go.
So I did want to ask you about that 10 months. So, I mean, it did seem like you were kind of asking for fights along the way, right? I mean, do you know what happened? Why did it take so long to get booked?
When it first got around the 6-month mark, I was like, oh, okay, I lost. Maybe that's why, you know, the division's not that big. But then when it kept going, I'm just like, damn. And I was ready to take some last-minute fights, but I was signed up for like 2 of them, but they fell through. Eventually, like, the opponent got injured after I accepted the fight, and it just didn't work out. But this is the first one to actually click.
So if you were accepting some fights, I'm assuming you were training pretty intensely during this whole 10 months?
Yeah, I've been training the entire time. I never really take off a lot of time after a fight, so I've been ready to go for a while now.
So then this matchup comes along. Just curious, I mean, when it was first presented to you, I guess after 10 months you take whatever, right? You just want to fight. But is it a fight that excited you, or that you were like, yeah, that makes sense for me?
It's a fight that I'm excited to come back, not necessarily for my opponent. I mean, she's an all-around, you know, decent fighter. I don't want to say she's a bad fighter or she's a great fighter. She's a good fighter, you know. She comes in there with talent, but it's not somebody that like motivates me, like per se the opponent. What motivates me is the fact that I want to go in there and put on a good show, and I want to get back in that win column.
Another rematch. But a while back. I mean, I'd imagine both of you have changed since then. I mean, do you take much out of that first fight, or you just kind of forget all about it?
I take some things out of it. I know obviously she's evolved since then, and so have I. It's been a few years, but I think that she will, and I myself too might go back to some of the things that we used in that fight that were successful.
Yeah. Oh, pick up a win here. I know that, like you said, you're just ready to get back at it, but where do you think this gets you? Have you had conversations with the matchmaker to say, listen, I'm not willing to sit on the bench for 10 months again?
No, unfortunately, I don't have that relationship with Sean Shelby. I wish I did. But I just want to go out there and let my work speak for itself, and I really just want to bring the fight to her, and I hope it to be an active fight.
It's interesting to hear you said, because, I mean, it seems like this is that era where it's the loud mouths that get the most attention, right? But you're saying you don't want to buy into that way? That's not the way you want to handle yourself? No,
I just want to go out there, and I haven't been in the spotlight for the last 10 months. I haven't had a fight, so I want this to be my spotlight. And then from here, then maybe I don't want to say call out somebody, maybe I can ask for somebody, you know?
Yeah. Where do you see, I mean, do you see a path to a title shot? I know you're coming off a loss, so there's a lot of steps in between, you know what I mean? But do you see yourself that way, or do you feel like that set you back so far that you've got to not think about that right now?
No, not at all. That loss, I don't think, set me far back at all. I think with 2 solid wins, I could get a title shot. The division is very small, and there's so much talent, but within the top 10, top 5, there's a lot of matches that can be made. But I'd like to, you know, get at least 2 or 3 more wins before I'd get a title shot anyways.
You said you've kind of been out of the spotlight for 10 months, so I guess you're kind of reintroducing yourself to people in a lot of ways. What kind of fight do you want to see? What kind of statement do you want to make? What do you think will happen on Saturday?
I want to go in there, and I want to start straight from when the bell goes off. I want to go right after her. That's my plan.